Hi everyone, good evening. We thought we'd come on live today and see if anybody out there wants to talk, or they'll be more than happy to drop the link to come on panel. Anybody's feeling sad or frustrated or just needs a friend, family, we're here for you. So I'm going to drop the link, and anybody's more than welcome to join us up here on panel. I don't want anybody to ever feel like they're alone. We're always there for each other, especially after what happened this morning on Diamond's show. It just, I really see how much everybody needs somebody. And I just want you to know, and I think I can speak for Diamond and Believe in too, we're always here if you need to talk. So grab that link if you guys want to come up. Open panel. How are you, Diamond? Believe in?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah, we're good. Lester Ackrey says, I'm 72. As a young fella, I learned that talk is cheap. Still is. Is that in reference to what we're doing here tonight, Lester, or I'm a little confused?
Yeah, Lester, would you like to elaborate on that? I don't see that, Diamond. Where's that at?
648.
I went too high up.
Underneath Kathy Grant and above Rocksteady. You able to find it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just don't know. Maybe I missed something that maybe he was saying to someone before that, or I'm not quite sure. Well, it is cheap because you're not paying for it. You're not paying for us to be here. We're here out of the kindness of our hearts to listen. So I don't know. Okay.
Has Lester said anything more back? I mean, I don't understand what that's about.
Then neither do I.
Oh, hi, Freedom. Hello.
Hello, Freedom.
Freedom, I've been praying for you. We all have.
Yep.
You betcha.
If you'd like to come up, Freedom, I'd love to have you. Anybody's more than welcome. I'll keep dropping the invite if you guys want to come out. Thank you, Tracy Q and Liz Grizz, Kathy Grant for being here, Michelle, EOT. So that was my whole thought process tonight, is we're here to help if anybody wants to talk or come up on panel. That was my thought. And if nobody would like to join us, I'm sure Diamond Lil and Believing in South Carolina and myself can find something to talk about. But I want you all to know that we're here if you need to talk or just to come up and just chit chat. It doesn't have to be anything.
I don't know if anybody saw Manuel Johnson and Donna Rigby. It's on Mega Praise. It's 3 days ago, but I kind of caught half of it and I was doing some other stuff. But Donna was basically saying that this whole thing is like birthing a baby. And if a baby comes prematurely, then it has a lot of complications. And that God has this all planned out and that it has to go to full term. So people might be encouraged by what they were talking about.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wild West said, "You people saved my life today."
Lucia Parker says, Diamond Lil, he said in reference to what the white hats are doing.
Okay, if anybody wants to come up, I need to see your face though, okay? Hi, Crystal.
Hello, how y'all?
Hi,
Good, how are you?
Crystal.
Well, I got a praise report. Maybe this will bring people's spirits up. And my son, last time he was down here, was talking to me. And he said he didn't believe in God and that he was kind of looking at trans,
Yeah.
and it bothered me. I told him I didn't like it, but I still loved him. Well, I talked to him earlier this week. He's quoting scripture to me now. He tells me he's praying all the time now.
Wow.
And I'm just so happy. I didn't like what he was doing. I still loved him. I let him know I didn't stand for that and why. But that complete turnaround right there. See, y'all, God does make miracles.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And you just have to get into his word, right, Crystal? That's what your son's doing, right?
Yes, ma'am. He
Yep.
sure is.
Awesome.
Now,
Awesome.
did you help him with that turnaround?
I prayed for him.
Yeah.
And when I talk to him, I try to talk to him not as a preaching, but kind of a teaching. I throw up things and stuff like that. And I didn't know if he would. I knew he would because I believe in God, but it was just amazing and it done me a lot of good. I've been going through some hard times for the last month, but I'm back at home and everything's good. God's good. That's the reason y'all haven't seen me on here. But I love everybody, and I just want people to know we got to believe in God. God's got this. When we get down, just start praying. If you need to get in contact with somebody, you need to call them. But our Heavenly Father has got us this far. He's going to get us the rest of the way. I know it's aggravating and frustrating right now, but just remember, He has got His children.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you for that. And thank you for
Yeah,
the praise
thank you.
report.
Yes.
okay. Well, I'm going to back down and see if anybody else wants to come up, but I'll be in chat. I just thought that maybe that would help raise the energy.
Yes.
So,
Well, thank you. Thank you, Crystal.
you're
Yeah.
very welcome.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
I
Appreciate
love
it.
y'all.
Love you
Love
too.
you.
Thank
We love
you.
you too.
Well, that was encouraging.
Yes. Hi, Baba Morris.
Love you, Baba. Anybody else want to come join us? I would love to have some new people up here. Not that I don't love you girls, because I do.
Oh, I get it.
I rarely type in chat, but I just want to say you all are beautiful, wonderful ladies. Well, thank you, Beth.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Diamond.
Yeah.
So I just went over to your little your little what's it called?
My post, my community post.
Yeah, but what is it called you did?
Oh, I did a poll.
A poll. I went over to
Yeah.
your little poll, and who do you think is in first place?
Oh my gosh, please don't tell me it's Jeff Riddle.
It is.
Yeah, of course it is.
Who do you think's in second place?
Please don't tell me it's Craig.
Nope.
Is it you?
It is.
Yay! You go, girl.
So everybody go over to Diamond Lil's, please, and vote for me so Jeff Riddle doesn't win.
What's the poll? I didn't see it. What's the poll about?
The poll says, if you could be someone for a day, who would you like to be? She's got Jeff Riddle, Craig DeHunter, Nikki B, or Robert Z-Man. Diamond. I'm going to do a poll with you.
I tried to. I saw where you can do polls on your community post.
Yeah.
And like I say, I am technology challenged. But I tried to do a poll because I've seen like Jeff and other people have done it. So I wanted to see if I could do it.
Hi, Annette. You did it.
Okay.
Annette was asking what's going on. So I just thought I would come on and with Diamond and Believin' and see if anybody would like to come up and chat. And I just don't ever want anybody in this community to feel like they're alone and have nobody to talk to. Because we are always right here for you. So I'm opening it up tonight to anybody that wants to come up. You don't have to be sad. You can come up and talk about anything. I just want you to know that we're always here. So come join us. I'm dropping the link for the StreamYard. This is what this is all about. And if I don't get anybody that wants to come up, then we probably won't stay on very long. But I thought I would open it up to you guys.
Angel Faley says she'd love to come up, but doesn't have the technology or smarts. What are you watching on? Are you watching on a computer or your phone, Angel? Okay, Leisha Parker, you want to come up? Come on up. Nikki, drop the link, probably 5 or 6 posts, 4 or 5 posts from where you are. If you look up a little bit, just click on that link and it'll direct you.
The only thing I do ask is if you just turn your camera on just for me to see it real quick, that you're a real person and not something gross, like pornography.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we've had that happen on Jeff Riddle's. Oh my gosh. That was horrible. Jeff says, oh, somebody's up here with they're not showing their face. We're like, don't let him up. And Jeff's like, I'm gonna let him up. And it was like, whoa.
Hang on to your hats, people. We got somebody coming up.
Okay.
It's Craig DeHunter.
Oh. I only got 13% of the vote. I'm sad.
Oh no.
I'm the lowest scoring number in the poll.
You're the lowest one in the poll?
It's all right. You can't beat me, damn it.
Right, that was me. Technology Challenge Diamond Lil. Trying to figure out if that's how you do a poll or not. Did I do it correctly?
I think you did, Diamond. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe
He
something.
sounds so depressed. Okay, well, we got Craig and Z-Man tied at 14%. Jeff Riddle's at 19%, and Nikki B's at 52%.
Yeah, go Nikki B. Yeah.
Wait. How many precincts are reporting?
And were those the early ones or the in-person ones?
Were those absentee votes or were those?
And also, I'm also wondering why Nikki B has the same numbers in different areas. Numbers.
You better call Mike Lindell to get on that.
Why is there Russian interference in this?
Russia.
Yeah, watch the votes get switched. Craig will end up with like 95%,
Oh, Diamond, I'll be right back. I need to call my contacts in China.
Yeah.
Tracy, it's on Diamond Lil's community page. Go over there and vote.
I was gonna put myself, and I was gonna put like gigs and believe him. We were gonna add all of those, but I thought, geez, that's too many for people to vote for. I'd leave it to 4.
Yeah, I'm
And
pretty
so you were the
I
first 4
appreciate
people, I think.
sure. Yeah. Sure, the others will get more than 13% of the vote.
Yeah, but how do we know that Riddle's not sitting there voting on every piece of apparatus that he has?
Or
Oh, good point. Let me go on my computer
calling
and vote.
calling friends and family.
Oh,
Yeah.
Melinda Rigby. Okay, go ahead. Turn your camera off, honey, if you want, or unless you want to keep it on, and I'll bring you up, Melinda. Turn your camera off, or unless you want to keep it on.
Melinda got more votes than I
You're
did.
fine? Okay.
She wasn't even in the damn poll.
Hi. Nice to meet
Hi.
you.
Hi, Melinda.
Hello.
Yeah, I
Congratulations.
got my Jesus picture looking at me.
Aw.
Oh,
Aw.
nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
someone was the church was throwing it out down the road from us.
Nice.
And it was a 1942 picture.
Wow.
It was at a church outside before it rained. We was driving down the road, we seen it.
Oh, wow. I have
Wow.
a Jesus picture from my grandparents that hung in their living room. It's old.
Hmm.
It's beautiful,
Yeah,
though.
this one's old. And my cat's asleep. My mom's cat. She won't look at me.
Is there
Craig,
anybody?
Nick's Creation says, Craig, give Marcon a call. Macron.
Freedom.
Give Macron a call.
Macron?
Yeah.
Hey, is there any way we can wake up the cat?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, too funny.
He makes me laugh a lot.
Well, thank you. Please vote for me.
Craig, don't be depressed.
Time
It's
in
not
this
over yet.
community. And vote.
It's not over yet, Craig. Don't be depressed.
I don't know, sounds like Nikki's doing the best now. How did Jeff? I thought Jeff was winning, and then all of a
I
sudden
thought he was too.
Nikki.
He was when I looked, and then I refreshed the page, and oh no.
I don't remember Jeff. They haven't seen him in so long.
Craig, just remember, don't concede.
You're right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Never concede, Craig.
Oh
Well,
my goodness.
I don't mind being this low in the number. You all saw what happened in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nikki, that doesn't sound too good for you. You're leading in the votes.
It's the popular vote. That's all that matters.
Yeah, earlier I had threw my keys away in the dumpster.
Oh
You
no.
threw your keys away?
Yeah, and I couldn't get back in the door and stuff. I had to go around when the neighbor guys let us in the park, let me back in the building, and I had to get my husband go get him out of the trash with a dumpster when he had to climb in, but at least he's tall enough to get to it. So
How did your keys end up in the dumpster?
I didn't realize I had the keys in my hand when I threw my trash away.
Oh,
And went in the dumpster, and then I thought I had them, and I went to my door. And I said, "Where's my keys?" The only thing I had was thing to tie my my Ziploc for my chips and stuff. I said, "Where's my keys?" I heard a clang. I didn't know it was that, but
Was
so
he
I was
able to
like,
find
"Oh,
them?
please!"
Did he find them?
Oh yeah, he found them because
Okay.
no one else went out to the trash can,
Oh, good.
the
Okay.
dumpster. So
Luckily he wasn't attacked by rabid raccoons. Usually hang out.
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
true.
So
Wow.
Melinda, you're used to Craig, right? Craig the Hunter?
yeah, I hear
Okay.
him always cracking me up.
I'm sorry,
You
Melinda,
guys
but
all do that.
thank you for voting for me, Melinda. I do appreciate it.
Rocksteady says, "Why would you want to be anyone else? God made each one of us special in his
Yes.
own image."
That's true. Yes.
Well, Rock, let me tell you, you never lived a day in life of Nikki B. You don't know what you're missing.
I don't want to be.
one day. It's one
I'll be
day.
myself.
Yeah.
That sounds like a hectic day.
It is pretty hectic. You're right, Craig.
Especially on a travel ball weekend. I definitely
Yeah.
would that Nikki B.
Well, I love every minute of it, Craig. Oh, Craig, you're going up in the polls.
Oh, good.
Should I
Good.
boot him out of here, Diamond?
You got Jeff. Now, Jeff Riddle's at 13%. Craig
Wow.
the Hunter is at 22%. Nikki
that's
B is
wait,
at 56%. And
this.
Z-Man, poor Z-Man, he's at 9%.
Oh my!
I believe this thing may be.
Tell Robert I said hi,
This sounds like.
and
Yeah, we'll have to.
tell
Sounds like an equipment thing, huh, Craig?
It does sound like, yep, a bad count. I don't know. All right, wait. How long does this vote count go on? Is it going to be like 4 or 5
for a
weeks?
couple days.
Until I reach 100.
All right.
Just kidding, Craig.
How long do you want me to leave it there for?
I don't know, Diamond. I'm about to hold on. Take it off. Wait,
Till
no, no,
midnight.
Anita Farting House, go vote for me.
Hey, who you vote for, by the way?
I haven't voted.
What? Are you? What are you? Are you trying to decide still? Are you undecided?
I have a conflict of interest.
Hold on, I'm gonna cry like that guy in the commercials, and he would cry on camera and get all the pity of everybody. That's what I'm gonna do.
Craig, you're at 26%.
Oh,
Jeff Riddle dipped down to 12.
Where
Nikki
he
B is going down at 53%.
Yep.
And Robert is at 9.
Nobody wants to be
Oh
Robert.
my goodness!
Channel gets taken down. Oh,
I gotta go now.
thank you,
So-
Well,
Melinda.
Melinda,
All right,
it
well, it
was
was nice meeting you.
very
Yeah,
nice to
maybe
meet
I
you.
get on Robert's, or whenever he gets he should get another computer
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. You're right. But
It's
you're
a
always
brand
and
new,
let him not touch the buttons, or he dies
it's
coming
a
around.
brand new computer though. He's all set on that. It's a brand new
Oh, my-
computer. He just
Yeah, they probably had an update.
yeah.
Melinda.
Yeah.
Thank you once again for your vote. You made a great choice.
Okay,
Thank you, Linda.
you guys all are great.
Oh,
Tell
thank you,
Freedom
Melinda.
hello.
How
I
are
say
you?
hello. Don't give up.
Try not
I
to
went
put
down
your
to
husband.
45.
Oh, try
What?
not to put your husband in jeopardy with the keys to the trash can anymore, Melinda. Please.
I wasn't playing. I didn't think I thought I put it in my coat pocket. So
Oh, you're down to 45. Craig's up to 25. Robert went to 20.
Oh no,
well, he's
coming.
jumping up.
He's determined.
Okay, I gotta go now.
Bye, Melinda.
So
Bye,
thank
Melinda.
you guys very much.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Yeah, I gotta tell y'all something. I think I'll make y'all laugh. First off, hey Granny Jack, hey Linda, and Granny Jack hadn't been any horns today, so it's been kind of peaceful. But I have a little niece that she is so strategic. It's frightening. She's been this. I picked up on it when she was like 3 years old. But she has some ducks and she has some chickens. Well, the chickens are free range, and she couldn't find her chickens today, so she was all upset about not being able to find her chickens. And she just turned 6, and she has a cat named Max. And Max is known to feast on the birds, like in the tree, right?
Uh-oh.
So she saw that with Max, and so now she worries about the birds. Well, she couldn't find her chickens, so she came in the house and she said, I can't find my chickens, and my daddy's looking for my chickens, and I don't know if Max got them or not. I said, baby, I said, those chickens are pretty big, and Max is a little kitty. I said, I think they would, fight, I don't think they would he would get those chickens. Well, she goes out and she goes over to my sister's house and looks and puts food in Max's bowl to see if he'll eat. And she comes back and she tells me, she says, I don't think he got my chickens, because if he got my chickens, he wouldn't be hungry. And he's hungry. He's eating now. So she has gone over there and baited the cat to make sure that he would eat his food. And then my nephew found the chickens. They were just in a different area, but it
Very
was kind of
smart.
funny.
I would have taken out the cat. I would have automatically assumed it was a cat and taken them out. And then come to the chagrin, I would have been wrong. She's smart. Did I go down in votes, Nikki? Did I go down?
Let me see, Craig. Let me go back to Diamond's community page. I tried to vote from both devices and it wouldn't let me. No, you're still at 25%.
Where's Robert?
Yeah.
Robert's at 20%.
He's
He's going to be
catching.
coming.
He's
I know he's
catching.
coming.
Jeff Riddle went down to 10%.
That's where he belongs.
Well, I just went in there, Nikki. Jeff Riddle's at 9. Craig's at 21. You're at 40, and Robert's at 30.
Ooh, Robert's catching me.
Yeah, what's up with that?
It's not too late to change your vote to Craig the Hunter if you would like. It would
Yeah,
make me
Craig.
You guys.
very down.
Thanks,
Right.
John. I got John's vote. Or John, yeah, thank you.
Who?
Riddle's down to
Birthday
8.
boys.
He's down to
Mountain
8%.
Man.
John McLaughlin.
That's what I wanted you to say.
John
Mountain
McLaughlin.
Man, let me tell you what she did when she was about between 3 and 4. Her aunt came over on the golf cart with her granddaughter, and they were going to the pool. And they pulled up in the yard, and she wanted to go with them. Well, her mama didn't want her to go, but of course she begged, And she was she had to go in the house and get her bathing suit. Well, she sits there and she looks at the house. She looks at the golf cart, and she runs over there and snatches the golf cart keys out of the golf cart that they're on, so that she had time to go in the house and get her bathing suit, so they couldn't leave her. I was like, dog, I can't believe I just witnessed this.
Oh, that's funny. Hi, Mountain Man. How are you?
Hey, is Belvin on the poll?
Nope.
No.
Is Belvin on there?
No,
No,
I'm not a candidate this year.
Well, see, I was gonna put myself, Believing, and Gigs in, but that was too many people.
Well, Diamond, it's your channel. Of course, everybody would vote for you.
Well, no, I didn't want to be embarrassed because I know that people would have voted for others other than me. So this
No.
Z-Man is catching up. See, this is what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
what's he at? Where's he at?
Let me reload and I'll tell you.
Can I remind everybody that he's a bully and a cyber bully and harass?
Jeff Riddle, 8%. Craig DeHunter, 23%.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Nikki B, 40%. And Robert Z-Man, 30%.
What?
Yeah. What's up with that?
Oh, our friend Jane commented. Diamond, I went and clipped my show from last night and took that song out.
Yeah.
So they put it back up, and our friend Jane made a comment underneath, and she says, please give the kids their kitten back.
What?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, she must be talking to Believin'.
Maybe.
No, I think that's what she's talking about, right, Believin'? Because your cat belongs to some kids down the street you were talking.
Oh, that's right. They do. That cat is.
Well, Jane, I didn't take the kitty. The kitty showed up here, and I'm not going to turn him away if he's hungry. And if you have a problem with that, then I've got a problem with you. So there, just go on about your business and stay out of mine.
Sounds like you took the cat from the poor children, Belvin.
Hey, Craig.
Yes, ma'am.
Jeff's at 9%. You're at 25%.
Uh-oh.
Nikki B's at 37%. And Robert's at 30%.
Who's taking their votes away?
I know. I don't know.
What in the Sam Hill's going on here?
Yeah. What's up with
Wait,
that?
what happened?
Damn.
Explain it to us. She's real smart. What were you going to say, Anita?
It all equals 100. So more people vote for the one person, the percentages get changed.
Tracy Q, please drop Diamond Lowe's poll for me, and everybody go over and vote for me.
You're surely not going to abuse her power.
Yeah, there's no cheating involved or
Don't
anything like that.
Don't tell
No.
Craig
I
to
don't know.
Hunter or Z-Man
Yeah,
or
just
Jeff Riddle I said
do it.
so, but
Do it quietly. Don't let anybody know.
shh, we're hunting
Go
rabbits.
over.
Diamond Lil.
Yeah.
That was Delete Jane, wasn't it?
Yes, that's who that is. Yes.
Mhm,
Actually, I remove her. Yeah, every time.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? You're going to delete her?
Yeah,
Angel Rose
she-
says, Nikki B, do you think YouTube's changing the votes?
that could be too. Yes.
They don't like me very much, so maybe.
This person that we're talking about leaves negative Nelly comments. I've never seen one positive comment this person has ever made.
In months.
Never in the chat, but always leaves a comment underneath your video.
Oh,
So
well,
she
that's
left one for Nikki last night telling, I think it was meant for believing, please give the cat back to the kids.
oh, that's funny.
So I'm wanting to know what John Dunning means here by this comment I have pulled up.
What does that say? Nikki B, I put a sign up for you over at the graveyard. By Jeff's house, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that because in regular events,
Oh,
dead people vote. Thank you.
Oh,
good one, John.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
Those are
right.
my people in the graveyard.
That could only answer why she's winning right now. I mean, that could be the only answer. Other than
Camo Carl wants to know when do the polls close, and on this poll, actually, they'll close tonight, but we're going to continue to count for the next week.
yeah, at least 5 days.
Well,
Yeah.
Honey McCann says, don't worry, Nikki B. The 20,000 postal papers we dropped off 10 minutes ago will seal the deal.
Yeah.
Drop
Oh,
off at
Nikki.
Diamond Lil's.
Nikki.
What?
Jeff Riddle's at 7. Craig the Hunter's at 24.
Uh-oh.
You're at 36, and Robert's at 33.
Oh, Robert's catching up.
Yeah.
How many devices does he have right now? It might be Robert.
Yeah. Yes.
That's
How
okay.
many devices is he voting from?
That's what's going on. He's got the laptop. He's got his phone. He's got some other thing.
They're putting Jeff Riddle's in the votes already counted bag. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, his will be hard to count. 7.
Oh, look at that. We got a shits my pants in here.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah. Well, he can go shit his pants somewhere else.
But I know him.
Oh, there you go. Truth Matters with Tracy. Good for you. She'd want to be Robert for a day, so she voted for Z-Man. A lot of people want to be Robert for the day, and that's fine.
Yeah, I don't mind if Robert beats me. I just
Yeah.
don't want Craig or Jeff to beat me. If I'm being completely honest.
No offense, Craig.
None taken.
Oh, he's changed his thing. I only got 24% of the vote.
I have to keep.
I love it.
Yeah, I keep having to change it. It keeps jumping up.
Diamond Low, what did you do?
I know. Well, this was I said, I'm going to try and do a poll to see if this is how you do it. And so I said, what kind of a poll could I do? And then I thought of that question. If you could be one person for the day, for one day, who would you be?
Genius, Diamond, genius.
Wasn't it? Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, now it also brings people over to my channel.
Yeah, that is. You're right. Very true.
Ooh.
So I'm just,
I knew there was a method to your madness.
I'm going to make room for others to come up. I encourage new people to please come up here, and you don't have to show your face like Nikki said. You just have to show it initially so we know you're not a freakazoid.
Right.
And well, Anita's going to shave my back now. I got to go get my back shaven. We do it on
You do what?
a back shaving on Sunday evenings. She shaves my back.
Hmm.
It makes me more aerodynamic at the swim pool.
Were
Yeah.
you going to turn on your camera for this?
No,
Don't
no.
ask, don't tell, Nikki.
Yeah, this is a private. I would surely get more votes in the poll if I did, but Andrew.
Hey, yes, if you televised it, you'd get a lot of votes.
If y'all want to see me getting sheared, please come over, but go vote first.
Do you bah while she's doing it?
No, I actually make weird baby noises. Ouch, that hurts. Ouch.
That
Right.
poor woman. That poor woman.
Oh no. She's ritual. Aren't you, Anita?
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
You're a good woman, Anita.
Did you vote for me yet?
Not.
What are you waiting on?
She's waiting because she wants to vote for me, but she feels guilty.
She's waiting for the polls to close.
She wants to wait until you're not watching, and she's going to drop the vote for Nikki.
I got a sticker that says I voted that I got from voting. I'll give it to you if you want. No?
I just dropped the link from my poll.
Yeah, please go vote. Hey,
Yeah.
thank you for me up, Nikki.
Yeah, of course. Anytime, Craig.
Hey, Diamond,
Well,
thank you
thank
for
you,
leaving.
Diane.
Enjoy
Thank
your
you, Craig.
back shaving.
Yeah. Have a good
Yeah.
time with that.
Yeah, sometimes I break out and she has to put a little ointment on there, but it would be all right.
Dang.
Now, do you do it, Craig? Are you wearing the Hanes while you're doing it?
Always, Diamond. I'm always wearing things.
Okay. Yeah, protecting the family. Got it.
They're probably one of the world's best underwear manufacturers out there, and I encourage you to check in the Hanes for men.
Yeah, and women too. You said, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to go by that. I like to go by the men. Hey, what kind of underwear you just got? Those are men panties. What did you get? What are they called?
I don't know.
You don't know the name of them?
Yeah, they're not Hanes or anything. It starts with an M.
It starts with an M. Yep.
Where'd she buy them at? Did she get them at Target?
Where'd you get them at Target?
Amazon.
Amazon.
Probably came from China.
Probably.
So, Craig, if you go into the non-binary position, you'll be winning.
Wait, which way is that position? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Go vote for Nikki B.
All right, look. Have a great show.
Bye, Craig.
Toodaloo.
Well, wait a minute, John. Wait. He says, Nikki B, you get my vote for winner in the women's, and Robert is the winner in the men's division. So there, it's settled. Craig and Riddle kick rocks. But you can only vote once, though, John. You can only pick one person. But if you picked Robert over me, that's fine. But just not Riddle or Craig.
Yeah.
Actually, I hope.
Riddle. He's sinking down. He's at 6%.
He's going down. I'm calling timber.
Timber.
That was fun, Diamond. Thanks for doing that.
Oh, I just thought that would be really. It was actually just I was trying to see if I could do, because I've seen other people do polls to see if it would work, and it does. That's good.
Yeah. Does anybody want to come up and chat with us? I'll drop the link again. Get some new fresh blood up here. Just kidding.
Yeah.
We won't bite, I promise.
Yeah, we don't bite too hard. We're gentle.
Honey McCann says, today I identify as a Dropbox.
You go, honey.
They ask that now on when you go to the doctors and stuff, what you identify as. And my daughter asked me, Mom, can I ride in a helicopter? And I said, sure, I don't care.
Yeah. How about I identify as a female human? How about that?
Right.
Yeah.
Nikki, can I vote for Hank? Absolutely, you can vote for Hank.
Oh, we
Hank's
should have put Hank on there. Yeah.
darn it.
Yeah, we should have put Hank on there.
Well, circumstances at hand, we'll leave Hank off of there. Since we couldn't put Dude on there.
That's true.
You know.
Does Robert even know about this poll?
I don't think so.
I'm going to text him.
I went back up a little bit.
Okay, all you cat lovers out there, I have misplaced my cat flea control, and I promised the little kitty I wouldn't let him be cold tonight. So if y'all could say a prayer that I find the cat flea control. So Jane, so I can bring him in so he won't be cold.
Because his family and the kids are not looking for him or care. Comment that.
I'm sorry, but
It is funny.
Jane just, listen, it's been months, believe it. I can't even begin to tell you the comments she's made on me. I can't even tell you.
And Robert.
The negative things, yes, that she said to me and Robert over the last 6 months, 7 months.
This is my first visit from Jane.
Yeah, she just does a drive-by. She'll stop in. There's no rhythm or method or anything. She just comes when she pleases. She never is in the chat, but she leaves a comment. And I have never, ever seen any positive, like, great show, Diamond. Or, Robert, you did a great job today. It's always,
Negative Nelly.
Stop
you don't
interrupting.
have to show your face on panel, you guys, if you come up. I'm sorry, Diamond.
No,
all you
go
gotta
ahead.
do is just show me backstage. I'm the only one that can see you. And you can just show me real quick and shut your camera off. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Diamond? I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've had stop interrupting Robert. It's like, okay. Remove.
Yeah. She's something, I'll tell you. She's just, I don't know. Yeah. I believe it's somebody in the community that just changes their names to comment, but I don't know. Because I've never seen her name anywhere else.
Yeah. No, I never. She has a channel, but there's no videos, no subscribers. Just a person that just leaves negative comments all the time. It's all right. I laugh about it. I see your name and I'll to remove. And she'll start out her thing before Diamond removes me.
She does. She does.
Before Diamond deletes my post, I want someone to read this.
Craig DeHunter said, share her links. We all can subscribe to her.
Yeah. I'll have to find it for you, Craig. Yeah. See, when you have a channel like that, too, I got to say, I've learned you just have to have really thick skin and, like my mother said, sticks and stones. I've been called, all kinds of things. Just the other night, someone said that I guilt people. It's like, guilt people for what? What am I guilting them of? What am I? I don't get it. But, people, they just need to, I don't know, tear someone else down. But none of them have channels. None of them are brave enough to start a channel and let us go over and comment,
Anybody can grab that link and come up, you guys. It's open to all yous.
Yeah, come on up.
Yeah, EOT, I probably will have to, because I promised him I wouldn't let him get cold. It's supposed to feels like 34 in the morning, so.
Yeah,
Movita says she voted for Jeff Riddle. He goes to visit everyone. What does that mean?
Well, that's true. He does.
Oh, you mean visiting the friends? Oh, well, I
Yes,
went to
yeah.
visit Jeff Riddle. I went to go visit
Yeah,
Z-Man.
You went to his Lollapalooza, right?
Yeah, I've been to his place twice.
Yeah.
I went to see Z-Man. I'm a visiting friend, Melvita, just in case you want to change your vote. I'd go see Diamond if she was closer.
Yeah, if I lived closer.
I don't think so.
See, Robert, I did a poll on my community page.
Yeah, Camel Carl said I met reporter Nikki. See, and I met EOT.
See, he's busy watching football.
He's probably like, "How do you get to the community page, Diamond?"
Yeah, he's gonna call me in a minute. Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, I've been on Mountain Man's too. Yeah, Mountain Man, you can come up if you want. Anybody's welcome. We're just chit chatting. Yeah, CJ 1975. She said Nikki B would have visited me if we talked sooner, I think she meant to say. Well, I have this summer, CJ. We might be back.
Robert says, hi, can you call me?
See? He doesn't know what that means, Diamond.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Okay. I knew she was going to have to explain it to him, believing. Uh-oh, am I up here by myself? Come on up, Mountain Man.
I'm here.
What you got? Are you here, believing?
Yes, I'm here.
Did you find the cat? Hey, Lily.
Oh,
J.
I know where he is. He's got his perch out there. It's funny. He's in like he hopped up in a tote that I have that I've got some things in, and I put a cushion on top of it, and he hopped up on that and made his bed, but it's gonna be cold, so. And I think this is his first cold weather because he's very young.
Aww. Oh, man, I've dropped it 5 times. I'm going to drop it again. Here it goes. Do you see it? I dropped it.
Yeah, Wolfpack, you need to go up there. Kathy Grant, you need to go up there.
Yeah, Kathy Grant, come up here. Michelle Gigliotti, come on up. Oh, I could pin it. There you go. Good call, Craig DeHunter. Don't vote for him, though, but that was a good call. I forgot how to do that, Craig. Oop. I've done it before. Shoot.
You're welcome, Ken M.
Oh, I think I got to be on the YouTube side, don't I? I think I do. Oh, let me go back to StreamYard. Someone's knocking. Oh, it's Mountain Man. Hey, Mountain Man.
How you doing? My mic working good?
Yeah, you sound great.
I got the wrong picture up.
Oh, you got Mountain Man 2 up. That's okay. I just dropped Mountain Man 2's link for you.
You did drop Mountain Man 2?
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
You're so welcome.
It's I tell you what, this StreamYard, if I just get up there and talk, on Mountain Man, I put videos together and talk live. So, and the things are happening really quickly. I noticed you started to show off, saying if people were worried or upset, and you have the number to reach out if somebody's feeling really blue, if you know what I mean. but gosh, there's so much to be excited about, even though we're having all these problems. So I say justice is coming. And you heard about that crypto guy and getting nailed over in the Bahamas?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Well, it's tied all back into the Democratic Party, money laundering.
Yep.
And I did one broadcast that got taken down, and I got in trouble for it. But I mentioned the Secret Service being in charge not just of the president, but international money laundering. I said, remember the name Castle Rock, and that money laundering busts were going to be coming up via the Secret Service. And I believe that's what this was about. So it's a lot to take a look at.
So let me ask you this, Mountain Man.
Yeah.
If the Dems sent the money through him, and he paid them back in crypto, but his crypto tanked, then technically didn't they tank?
Who, the people that sent the money?
The people that he was washing it for, and sent he took the money and then he sent it back in crypto, but his crypto tanked. FTX, right?
Yeah, FTX. Well, they spread that money to the wind. What they did was a circuitous route, and I got some screenshots of that kind of show how the money went. But it went over there to Ukraine. It was all supposed to be make money by giving. Some kind of oddball philosophy of you can get rich by just giving stuff away. Crazy talk. But all it was to get people to put money into this garbage, and they would convert it to crypto, and in Ukraine, then they would send it back to the United States, and then somehow they had a Y in the road electronically where a bunch of money went to the DNC. I mean, we're talking about Bernie Madoff. It looks like the little Monopoly man on a game. Nothing, a cartoon compared to what this thing does. So, as usual, the only people that got shafted are the people that bought into it. Now, he did lose 90% of his supposed $15 billion fortune, they said. And they said that he's under some kind of loose house arrest in Brazil. But then again, there's another report that a plane was tracked, and I didn't see it on MonkeyWorks. I'm going to say maybe it was MonkeyWorks. A plane that was affiliated with that company or with him personally was tracked leaving the Bahamas, but they claim he's under arrest. I don't know.
I heard that plane was tracked going to Argentina, and I heard they being questioned in the Bahamas, and that this whole FTX thing was a bunch of a group of young people his age that orchestrated all of this. And there was something about they all dated each other, which I thought was just really bizarre.
They were all living in a hippie hole in the same house, and you see a picture of him. He's just, typical. You would not be surprised if somebody pulled an Antifa hood off somebody and it looked just like him. So the money laundering is it's going to be big. I mean, there's so much of it. Foreign aid being stolen, this type of money laundering. We know about BLM and all the mansions, and they don't report on it. They act like it's all a flash in the pan or whatever. But believe me, there's somebody tying all this stuff together. So a lot of people are sweating big time. I think it's great news. And I don't know. Wouldn't it be something if, no, I don't know. Trump's got his announcement coming up day after tomorrow. And don't you know his daughter's getting married Saturday? And I saw somebody posted pictures where he was rehearsing walking her down the aisle. So I'm thinking, he wouldn't really toss something out there on his announcement on Tuesday that would, be earthquake if his daughters are going to be getting married at Mar-a-Lago on the 15th.
She got married. I thought she got married yesterday.
Oh, you're right. Oh man, what was I thinking? Yeah, I was thinking next Saturday. I read an old post of she got married yesterday.
Yes, yep. She married Mr. Boulos yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, everybody.
Okay, that's out of the way. Then maybe he will drop a bomb. Nice
Hey,
wedding gift.
D-Man.
I have a
Hey,
Joe
everyone.
Adams in the back. Anybody know who this is?
Who?
Steven.
Joe Adams. Hi, Joe.
Hey,
Hey,
Joe.
how
What
you
do you think?
doing?
Good. How are you?
Long time lurker for all you ladies. Really like what you guys are doing. Just wanted to stop by and say hi. Since
How's
this
it
was
going?
free for everybody to come up. Hope everybody's doing well.
I'm doing good.
Good.
So
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
what do you think? You think something might happen this week?
I'm tired of thinking something's going to happen. Like everybody else. So, I kind of just have it in my mind right now that whatever happens, and we just got to deal with it. So, and we just got to make the best of it. I saw Diamond's live this morning, and it was a little disturbing. I got to be honest with you. So,
Yeah.
let's just we can only do the best we can do for ourselves at this point. And it
Right.
sounds selfish, but it's just the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't catch the live this morning, so I don't know, why it'd be disturbing, and I would hope that people would be at peace with themselves and do the best they can. As Christ said, we got enough to worry about today. Worry about today, and tomorrow will take care of itself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, excuse me, some people are just getting very discouraged and feeling hopeless. So that's why I wanted to do this live tonight and let everybody know that nobody's alone. We're all here for each other. And I don't want anybody to ever feel alone.
Yeah, Joe, I hate it when they say boom week, and all that. Each week they're saying that.
Yeah.
Who's they is what I look at. If I see somebody going boom week, and they're looking for clicks, it doesn't move my needle one bit. But that's what you get. So many people like that video when they put up "Watch the Water" and got 1 million some views with a bunch of poppycock about snake venom being put in the water. And that kind of stuff. I call it out all the time. And Nikki, if you remember when you came on my show with me, I think that was about Man 2, wasn't it? TOO.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I said that I was listening to your show, and I was glad you came on my show because I was worried about people being down in the mouth. You remember that conversation we had?
Yes.
And that's exactly what I don't want to repeat myself, but I tell you, we live in such a wonderful country, and you look at people like Mike Lindell, people like General Flynn, who's fighting the good fight, and all the people that post in such a way as to uplift people and to expose things, to fall down in the dumps and to think that we are in a hopeless situation. That kind of despair is not spiritually healthy when we've got, like I said, count your blessings every day. I remember when I was up, I think I was on your show, Nikki, and I said, everybody recounts bad things that have happened to them over and over and over again. And I didn't, some people have different reasons. Yeah, I don't know if you remember me saying that, but I said everybody needs to count their blessings. Get outside, look at the beautiful day, be like Moses. I don't want to leave this earth. Let me be a bird in the trees, eating seeds, just so I can see your beautiful creation. Let me be a beast in the field, eating the grass, anything so I can stay on this beautiful earth you made for us. And you think in a way of how precious and miraculous things are. You want to find a miracle? Go out in the yard and find any bug and look at it with a magnifying glass. What you're seeing is a miracle. It is a perfect construction. What a beautiful world we live in, and what a wonderful nation where we have people who get up and go and they take those ballots that were mailed to them, they take them in their hand and they stand in line for hours and hours and hours to do what? Swamp the swamp. So gosh, we've got so much to be proud and thankful for. And being down in the mouth, I think, that's something that is a dark road that's easy to walk down. So don't do it. Walk toward the light. Walk
Full
toward the
agreement.
light.
Full
Amen.
agreement with you.
Did you hear
And-
about the Penske trucks in Arizona being followed?
Not a word.
Not
Yep.
a word. You probably won't.
I
That's why
heard
we
of
got. That's why we got to talk about this stuff. A news guy. Now he would not Newsmax, but another news, not OAN. One of those news services got kicked out of the counting situation. So everybody's saying, "Oh, that's so unfair." But hey, this reporter is sharp-eyed. He noticed these moving vans. This was
Gateway
early.
Pundit. Gateway Pundit was kicked out of there.
Okay,
Okay.
well, a lot of them
Yep.
were.
Yep.
A lot of them were, but I don't know if this particular individual was who he was with. I can't remember, but he spotted these Penske trucks, and he followed them. They were full of you-know-whats. They were full of you-know-what, and you know where they went?
Hi, Proud Army Mom. Good to see you.
Hi, how are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Hello.
They went to a printing shop, right?
They went to, yeah, and no observers, no poll watchers, no nothing. They went to this printing shop ostensibly to have the signatures scanned before they went to the counting place. And the reporter was told to stay off the property and not to trespass, and the sheriff's car blocked him from going in to this printing company to see how what was going on with all these ballots going into this building. It's called the Runbeck Building. The Runbeck Building. If you look around for that, you might see the story. And so this is hundreds of thousands of ballots, and a lot of Penske trucks full of them. Now, who's to say there wasn't a truck somewhere on a side alley that just got in line that never, went anywhere else? It came from God knows where. And and this is Katie Hobbs' construct. She's the one that set this up. She's the Secretary of State. She's in charge of all this stuff. And they're innocently claiming they're just checking signatures on the outside of the envelope, and then they take them to the main counting place. What do you think? Listen, people are thinking that people are stupid, and that's going to make the people very, very angry when the lights start cutting on.
Vicky,
Yeah,
let's shout out the Freedom below. I'm glad
of
you
course.
shared that. Hey, Freedom, love you. I hope you got some contact numbers. She come up and get the contact number yet?
She doesn't want to come up, Robert. I offered.
I hope she get an email or something.
Wow.
Love all everybody in chat. And then I heard we're in an election thing, Nikki. Me and you head to head.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't checked, Robert.
Diamond just told me.
Yeah.
Oh, the big poll. Yeah.
Susie Hines 74, your device is not connected, so I can't bring you up. Or Son S Hines 74.
But yeah, so that count, Mountain Man, is at 211. We've been on since it started, and everything's going the blue way right now.
Yes.
Huh?
I'm listening.
Yeah, they got 20 seats left. So
Who's got 20 seats
Well, it's
left?
going to be ranked.
it's for the House, for the Senate. It's majority, I think, or something. It's 218. We're at like 211, and we were way ahead, and the Democrats are coming back. They're only down 7.
Well, it's going to be rank and notoriously open that something is wrong, and this could be a marker. This could be something. So I think it's no. There's not going to be a solution, and right away, but it is piling up. I mean, it's piling up, and everybody's starting to wonder that weren't wondering before. That's what it's all about, waking people up.
Robert W. King says, remember, we caught them all, Z-Man, this time.
I know, like, Nikki, remember when you said about that one guy in that video on the table?
It was a lady sitting there filling in ballots. The guy was sitting across from her.
I saw one with the guy with his mask on, and he was erasing something with a pencil or something, and they had it on my video. All right.
Well, I think we're going to take the House, and there was see, I got screenshots of this stuff, and I can't really go reference it because I'm on the device that took screenshots with. But in Idaho, they switched a House seat today because somebody discovered a glitch where the Republican had lost. Somebody pointed out this so-called glitch, and they said, "Oh, that's a glitch. We'll fix it." They fixed it, and they reran it, and the guy came out. The Republican won. So that's one that they tried to claim for themselves. I'll put it that way, and it got flipped today. So I'm sure there's people going to be pointing out, "Oh, gee, did you see that glitch?" I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm not saying you're a criminal or anything, but here's a glitch. Did you notice that? Oh, let's fix that glitch. So I think we're going to come in with a narrow majority in the House. And as far as I'm concerned, and what I believe is that Nancy's gone, and I'm going to be just as confident as Carrie Lake in saying that she's going to win too.
So I'm sorry, real quick, Joe, and I'll let you talk. Hebrew Hammer says in chat, Russian Orthodox Church blocks DeVos to enter into Russian banks. Know anything about that, Mountain Man?
I'm sorry. Went to a Russian bank. Who was that?
Hold on. Let me pull it up for you. Oh, I just lost it. This chat's going crazy. Russian Orthodox Church blocks DeVos. Is that DeVos, right? No entry into Russian banks.
Davos is where Trump showed up that time when he went to Davos to meet with the G7, Soros, and all those characters. And I remember they were putting on social media with dramatic music, the helicopter Marine One landing with all these military jets flying around, and they put this dramatic music behind it said Trump arrives at Davos. And that is when he took that picture where Angela, as Trump says, Angela, was standing over top of him, kind of pointing a finger at him, and he was just sitting in a chair with arms crossed in a very stubborn way. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That is when he told him to go pound sand over the what's that climate change garbage that Biden just put us on, Green New Deal crap. And so that is Davos is where all the G7 bigwigs meet and hang out and stick their pinkies out when they're drinking their little cherries and talk about how they're going to rule the world. And the Russian Orthodox Church. Let me see. I broke my glasses today, and I got a different. Jeez. But anyway,
It's
okay.
where the World Economic Forum meets.
That's right, right. And the G7 is the golden billion that, as Putin refers to him as, goes to Davos. And see, Russia is starting BRICS, which is a direct challenge to the G7 and the World Economic Forum, which is a private group that can go pound sand as far as I'm concerned. Mountain Man says, did you see where Space Force did a 908-day mission and just landed in Florida right before Mr. T is going to make his announcement? Oh, 9 and 8. Okay. And Mr. T is all about Space Force. Coincidence? Oh, that is a very interesting observation. That's a very interesting observation. Now, what else happened? See if somebody catches it in the chats, because I don't have any notes in front of me or nothing. Something else happened oh my gosh, I know you guys have heard about this. Have you heard anything about the Pope?
The Pope?
The Pope.
I haven't.
I heard this today, that the Pope is going to meet with some group. Let's see, who's he meeting with? They make these private clubs. That's why I call them, like the World Economic Forum, and act like they have some kind of authority. The only authority they have is that they've bribed or bought off world leaders that play their game. Okay, so other than that, but anyway, so the Pope is supposed to be having a meeting, a conference. Oh gosh, I know who he's going to be meeting with. The whoever's heading up the Green New Deal, whatever that club name is. But they're going to be meeting they've been meeting starting at the 9th and culminate on the 15th. And what they're going to do is go to Mount Sinai, about a dozen of them with the Pope. And
but what did we hear about that today, Believin'?
Put out a new 10 Commandments.
Yeah, but what did we hear about that today? We heard it in Diamond.
They were saying in chat today that Egypt would not let them do it there. Egypt would not let them come in, so they're moving to London.
Well, they're going to try to do some kind of sideways new 10 Commandments. And that I was talking about the attempts to change the Lord's Prayer and what happened to Cardinal Ratzinger being stepping down. I'll not say being removed. He removed himself. Okay, he was removed then. But anyway, and the first time in 600 years, and now we've got this Pope and we got this stuff going on.
Yeah, so they're going to.
I'm not going to
change.
Don't you guys think it's pretty brazen that these guys can think that they can just rewrite the 10 Commandments?
I know. Yep.
Well,
like it says in Psalms, God sits in the heavens and laughs. Man makes plans and God has his plan. So I'm just rejoicing in the fact that he's sitting up there having a big old belly laugh over what they're doing.
Bill, what do you think about when Pelosi teared up that paper?
ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
it's shameful. It's a bunch of classless people trying to do stuff. It's just amazing how these people got to where they are. It's mind-boggling to me.
Well,
And
I think it's because we turned our back and closed our eyes and let it happen.
we did. We all became so complacent. We are all to blame for this because we just
Mhm.
kind of just rolled along with everything. Like, yeah, it's all going to work out in the end. And now we're
Right.
to the point where we're not really sure if it's all going to work out in the end here. I mean, we can only keep hoping and
I am.
praying. And
Yeah.
but that only takes you so far sometimes, man. It gets tough to keep the faith.
I'm sure things are going to be all right in the end. But I tell you what, I'll tell you the first time I know of where you just said, who are these people? And you read my mind, because for like a month I was thinking of that song The Who wrote. Who are you?
Yeah.
And do a thumbnail that says, who the he double sticks hockey sticks do these people think they are?
Yeah.
And what brought me to want to do a video about that was I was reading. Did you know that Karl Marx wrote a letter to Abraham Lincoln while Abraham Lincoln was president?
No, sir.
Neither did I. But this was some years ago I read it. And I did not have in my mind Karl Marx being alive at the same time as Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
So, but that's the case. He was. And he had something called the Commission of Superior Individuals for Worldwide Worker Unity, or some cornball name like that. And they type it out on top of their paperhead like it's something. And it's nothing but what I just said, a club. And he wrote a letter to Lincoln, and I was going to put a copy of the letter up and ask anybody to read it and make sense of what the heck they're saying. It was right after the war was over, and Lincoln had his ambassador, Charles Adams, write a response. And without getting into a deep analysis of it, it was something Lincoln didn't deign to answer. Okay, he didn't. He dispatched somebody else to answer it.
Mm-hmm.
And what struck me is exactly what you were saying, is who do these people think they are? And that is probably what was running through Lincoln's mind. Just because you give your little club a big title and sign it Karl Marx, chairman of the Ultimate Workers' Party of whatever, title, and they're nothing. They're not elected by anybody. They're not sanctioned by any government. But the letter, the response from Charles Adams is very interesting, and I'll go over that. It's going to take some time to do that video. It basically says, "Thank you for your well wishes." It's a good long response, but the crux of it is, "Thanks for your well wishes. We support freedom for all people across the globe, and basically mind your own business in your own
Amen.
country."
Well, that exclusive club, I think, could only be called the Mickey Mouse Club at this point.
Yeah, well, not really, because Karl Marx and his Marx and Engels philosophy brought about Stalin, Mao, and the most terrific and horrific murders and loss of life ever in human history, directly from Karl Marx and Engels.
Wow.
So that's not a Mickey Mouse club. That is a dangerous club.
That is very dangerous.
And it's a philosophy born of Satan. And I am not getting on the Bible. I'm not trying to speak in tongues or handle snakes or nothing. It is antithetical to the Constitution, and it cannot coexist with the Constitution. And
I get you, brother. You're just being real.
Yeah, in any way, shape, or form, and it cannot coexist with the word.
Mm-hmm.
So it is, to me, a satanic construct of subjugating the masses. And but that my point was, back in 1865. Who the heck does this guys think they are to send a letter to the President of the United States with some dreamt up title when they have absolutely no power and authority unless they're being supported by principalities and moneyed people with government influence from other nations supporting them, just like George Soros.
Wow. There you have it.
So
Hey,
anyway,
Joe, what state are you in, Joe?
I'm in Southeast Pennsylvania.
Oh.
So I have my hands full here since last Tuesday, guys. we are not having a good time here in PA.
Hey, well, me and Nikki, we're from Michigan, and we got robbed too. So
Yeah. Well, at least your person doesn't look like Cousin It.
yeah, but she's a big witch, though.
another video I was going to do, this is ABC News. We're reporting on John Fetterman's first address to the United States Senate. And then you have to imagine the big guy from the Goonies getting up and going, "Hey, you guys."
Yeah, we are so screwed.
We are too, though. Honestly, I mean, you guys are really screwed, though.
I appreciate your vote of confidence. You rock.
Here's the thing: is this? I just feel in Michigan, it's going to just take somebody just to sneeze wrong, and we're going to be locked down again.
I'm afraid so.
It's coming, and it's just not.
Isn't it amazing how we can just all feel it?
Oh yeah, it's coming.
Well, we have to.
People that are awake.
We have to keep fighting the good fight and getting the word out, exposing it, and waking people up so they can support whatever's coming when there is a move to enforce the law, to live in a law and order society. We got to spread the word, and we got to be careful, because with what they did with the snipers in Arizona, that's that sheriff that replaced Joe Arpaio. Everybody loved and everybody knew Joe Arpaio. He's the one that put them in the cage facilities when they were running short on room. Instead of letting them go, he was the one giving them pink underwear and all this stuff. He was very popular. But then this unknown came in with a barrel of money from a non-government organization, NGO, which is Georgie Porgy Soriosio, and they pulled the same stunts, and Joe Arpaio was no longer sheriff, and they even tried to put Joe Arpaio in jail, if you remember.
I don't remember that. I remember how he humiliated everyone. He was doing a great job.
Trump pardoned him.
It's awesome.
You can look that up. Trump pardoned Joe Arpaio.
And this is some of the problems that we have here. It's like, once we get good people in good positions, we still end up failing because, and I hate to say this, I despise saying it, but everything that we see and deal with on a daily basis, our entire lives, is ruled by a 3-inch by 7-inch piece of paper, and we call it money.
Well, they want to make it even more worthless than that. They want to make it what that kid was trading in the Bahamas, a number on your screen they can change anytime they want.
Absolutely.
Totally worthless. And talk about living under tyrannies. I'm sure some people in the chats, and I think, Nikki, you were in the chats and made a comment, I think, when I put a picture of that mercenary that got axed over in Ukraine, but he had a picture of his social media, and I pointed out where he had on his equivalent of a Facebook page what his social credits were. Remember that, Nikki?
I do.
And then they had a little Winnie the Pooh bear off the side saying, "Congratulations, you just got 20 more social credit points."
Yep.
And that's what he was posting, because that's the way he lived.
Wow.
And that's the way they want us to live. Where you go on Facebook and say, "Look how high my social credits are going."
Seems like fun times.
Well, that's not coming our way. And the hardships and disappointments and shocks that we've gone through are to wake up the people that don't realize about the things you and I are talking about right now.
Right.
It's waking people up and getting them to go, wait a minute, what's this guy talking about? Rise of the Machines. I was thinking about doing a broadcast tonight, and that was going to be the title of it. Rise of the Machines.
I dig it.
So, and then people listen to me. I'm not talking like a crazy person. I'm talking actual facts. The only time I tried to buffer myself a little bit, I was saying that I'm not a snake handler. I'm not trying to speak in tongues. I'm a Roman Catholic. I'm not trying to say anything against the body of the church itself. I'm talking about what the Pope is agreeing to do by going. I don't care if he goes to London or if he goes to Hoboken to invoke the image of Moses, the status of the Ten Commandments, and use his presence to bestow that dignity on a worldwide fraud, which is what climate change is. It's impossible for us to change the climate. As somebody said, one burp from one volcano one time a year does more than we can do in 100 years to this world.
I agree 100%. I've been saying this to all my friends to try to convince them. Mother Earth has taken care of herself millions and millions of years before we were here, and she's going to take care of herself millions and millions a year long after we're gone.
I'm going to tell you, I had a friend, he died, he was 97. But about 20 years before that, he was older than me, and he had status and local politician, but he was old school, and he talked proper. But he shocked me one time. I'd say about 20 years ago. Somebody was talking that stuff. We were meeting with the EPA over an issue, and it'd been dragged out. So we go to this impromptu meeting, informal, and one of the EPA representatives was talking about all this reasoning and this and that. And my friend, he was probably at that time 75. Maybe pushing 80. And he's one of these people with the age and the name and reputation. When he walked in, people were very deferential and watched their language and things like that. So we going through this meeting, this girl or young lady finished what she was saying. And and excuse me in the chats, guys, I don't like using dirty words, but I'm telling you my experience. He looked across the table, and he had a habit of tapping his fingers on the table, just very, very lightly. You had to see his hand moving up and down. You didn't really hear it. He just looked at it and said, "Young lady, dinosaurs were shitting all over this earth 6 million years ago, and nobody said anything then."
Exactly.
So to see the Pope give a leg up to the greatest fraud perpetrated on the world, and we know all frauds originate from Satan, all deceit, the father of lies. For him to go down there and put the stamp of the church approval on there, I, as a man, do not appreciate it. I'm not talking about my spiritual position, his spiritual position. I'm talking about myself as a man to him as a man, that he's not doing, he's doing a great disservice.
And I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's you touched upon something here. The stamp of religion on a lot of things is justification for a lot of people. and
Right.
it's not always warranted. It's people just buy into that program, and that's what makes things so difficult. Truth. We've been talking about the truth here all night. Truth is the truth, and you're presenting hard facts, and that's what we need to talk about. But
Right.
to
Yeah.
present this to somebody that has no clue what's going on, and there's still a lot of people out there. I run into them pretty much every day, and they'll come back with that. Well, the Pope is behind it. It has a stamp of approval. It's how do you get through someone's thick skull, for lack of better terms?
Well,
to
you listen.
make
You
them see?
listen. You listen to like this particular broadcast. You can take a clip out of it, and if you look at your YouTube page, when you replay this broadcast, you'll see a pair of scissors along your choice bar that you can pick a section and cut a clip out and send it to a friend. Like I had no idea I was coming up tonight. I had no idea about what I was even if I was going to go live tonight myself. But I was noting all the things that I already discussed. Okay, I come up here on a lark, and it just pours out, So I don't know. I mean, it just comes out. So
Right.
you go back to where I said about this Pope replacing Pope Benedict, and in the past I have said Pope Benedict was Cardinal Ratzinger. He was from Germany. He was known as the Hammer, and he did not put up with any kind of challenges to the sanctity of life. He said life is precious in all stages and conditions, period. And that is who the Cardinals elected as a Pope. And first time in 600 years, he retired, quote, quote, and you have this individual in the driver's seat. Okay, so that's something for everybody to think about. And we did that show where money was ordered back into the Vatican Bank, if you all remember. And I brought up that the day before that money was ordered back, there was a big ceremony where this Pope went to meet with the elderly and infirm Pope Benedict, Cardinal Ratzinger. And after that meeting, the money went back in the Vatican Bank. So something's going on.
Isn't that convenient?
Well, I think that it's just like any other organization. And in the past, I've cautioned people about making blanket statement about Jewish people.
Mhm.
And the same thing with the Roman Catholic Church, same thing about Baptists, the same thing about Hindus or Muslims. I had a friend who was a Muslim, and the day after the Ayatollah Khomeini and his thugs took our hostages in Iran while Jimmy Carter was president, the day after he was down at the Marine Recruitment Center and volunteered to be in the Marine Corps to fight against that. So we can't make blanket statements about any faith. But
I agree.
in any faction, you got white hats and black hats.
Mhm.
Okay. So, you just gotta, as I've said before, be innocent as a lamb, but as sharp as a serpent's tooth to be able to identify what's going on.
True story.
And the point I was going to make, and I got myself off track, was warning people about the Arpaio situation, the person who replaced Arpaio. By them putting snipers on that roof, it goes to show you that these people are dangerous and they will stop at nothing. And I think they're getting at a point where they're getting desperate. So everybody
Desperate men do desperate things.
Everybody keep that in mind. We don't give them a reason to do desperate things. We let the professionals handle this. And I believe that this stuff is being monitored, and that we got one shot at changing the situation WW worldwide, and we got to do it right. And the biggest thing is awakening the world, and that's why Trump says the number one problem And the number one enemy of the public is the mainstream media, because
Yeah.
they are holding back the awakening.
Yeah.
So
how do we
anyway,
take them
I've
down?
talked enough. I always do this, and like Nikki said, I'm a talker, so I'm gonna give you all the floor back, okay? And cogitate on what I said, and I just want to say, people in the chats that want to come up, you click on the link. Nikki will be able to see you, but no one else can. Then you hit the camera off button, and whatever picture you have when you do chats is the only thing that will show. So you don't worry about that, okay? So you get up and just talk or listen, and make a point or whatever, and get yourself comfortable with the idea of commiserating and speaking with your friends. And other than that, okay, I appreciate y'all having me on, and everybody
Mountain
keep
Man,
your
thank
chin
you
up.
so much for your knowledge, per usual. I love having you up.
Everybody keep your chin up. And I got Mountain Man Says is what I'm on now, but it's the wrong picture up there. The picture that's
Oh
up
my.
there is Mountain Man 2, TOO. So Mountain Man 2 is the one I get a little risky on because I don't have any ball game issues. You know, when you're playing ball strike, I don't have any issues like that. So
Nikki, I got bad news.
What's wrong?
I got a strike.
From what?
oh my, why?
This is on my main channel.
Are you
See,
kidding me?
I cannot
What day,
believe it.
Robert?
I don't know, but I'm getting ready to just shut everything off.
I'm sorry, Robert.
Hang in there, brother.
Let's see what this one says. We found something that may violate YouTube guidelines to help you keep. The next few steps will tell. Look up my content here.
While
Go
Robert's
ahead.
looking at that, I just wanted to say, Mountain Man, thank you. It was very nice chatting with you this evening.
well, I'm just going to say, each time I got a strike, I had a very disturbing similarity in my demographics just prior to the strike being issued. And Robert, you should check it. You should check your analytics. And I'll tell you what it was.
Maybe I should put some nude photos on there. See how they like that.
Oh my God.
Giggity, giggity.
What did Robert just say?
He said what he said, believe it or not.
Robert,
No, I
Robert,
didn't. I really didn't hear it.
he said maybe he needs to put nude photos up. Robert,
Oh.
Robert, there's a lot of things I would do for you, but that's not one of them, buddy.
Yeah, we don't want to see like OnlyFans feet pics. We don't even want that. Yeah.
I just can't believe what did I do on Friday when I came for this November 13th? That was what was that?
What
Friday,
did they say?
wasn't
Do this are they specific?
it?
Who dropped off?
Oh, Proud Army Mom did.
Oh, I'll see you, honey.
Okay, Mountain Man, we'll be talking.
All right, have a great evening.
Thank you.
Take
You
care,
too.
Mountain Man.
All right, nice meeting you. Y'all
Nice
have a great.
meeting you as well, sir.
All right, let me see where this out of here button is.
Want me to boot you?
Boot me out of here.
Okay. I'll boot
See
you,
y'all.
Mountain
I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I don't know.
Whatever
Right,
you do, Robert, don't touch any buttons.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, now I can't get my volume on my laptop. Brand new laptop.
It's fine. Don't touch it.
All right.
Oh,
I can't
Diamond.
believe this. What more is gonna happen?
Don't ever ask that question either.
Right. Don't say that, Robert.
Never.
Don't put out the negativity in the atmosphere. You got to put out positive stuff.
Listen, Robert, honestly, if this is the worst thing that happens to you today, your day is not that bad, brother.
Well, I lost my dog. this week too.
I know you did, and I'm very sorry to hear that. A strike on your YouTube is not the end all be all.
Like, what did we?
Is that strike number 3, Robert?
It said strike 2. So
because one just dropped off, right?
Yes.
Well, I had 2. Yeah.
I just looked at it, and it's not given a reason.
All right, so go ahead and send them an email and dispute it.
This. So I guess we gotta put my. I gotta figure out what channel I'm gonna use. I guess that one is it Intel with Z-Man Diamond I got.
The one that you just got the strike on was News with Z-Man.
Yeah, my main channel. So
your main
it looks
channel,
like I might be losing my main channel.
Well, now listen, don't give up. We don't know. They're not telling you the reason why. So you always, always, always appeal.
Yep.
Because the computers are the ones that give you the strike. Then when you appeal, they have humans actually look at it.
So I guess Nikki can drop the Intel one with Z-Man.
I'm doing it right now, Robert.
Oh.
Telling me what to do.
Well, you know,
well,
I'm
first
on it.
of all, Robert, you gotta get your laptop working with the sound. So you're either gonna take it to the library or to the high school, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Not to bring up that that little poll that was out earlier that apparently was as crooked as a dog's hind leg, but I honestly I did not vote, but I'm going to put a verbal vote out for Robert. Robert's my hero simply because he has all you ladies plus a few more, during the week as his own personal secretaries and personal assistants. I mean, this guy's just killing it, man. He's getting it. I'm digging your bigness.
What to do, Joe?
Am I harassing and bullying you, Joe?
No, never. I'm just in awe. I'm just digging your bigness, man. You got it all figured out.
Here's a guy, Joe. We all started out on Jeff Riddle's show.
I remember that.
Yeah. And
I told you I've been a long time lurker. I'm sorry for interrupting you. I've been a long
no, that's great to know. That's good to know. And he wanted to start his own channel because he wanted to get out information to people to try to wake people up, and I admired that. And I was behind him 100%. Helped with the help of a lot of other people to get him going on a channel, and he's done wonderful. He really, really has. Yeah,
he has done a fantastic job. He's grown up. He's grown a huge following, a very nice base. He puts out great content every day, and he should be very proud of it. That's why I said, Bud, just don't let them strikes. Just you got to shake them off, man. This is part of growing pains.
He's a good soul too.
Hope everyone's gonna be able to say.
He is a good soul, Nikki. You can see it through the screen that he's a good soul. The only thing that we need to do with Robert is if you guys have ever seen the meme where they take the remote control for grandma and they put tape over everything and only let 2 buttons stick out, that's what we need to do with Z-Man's stuff.
Absolutely, Joe. You got that right.
Just you can only touch it. We all love you, Robert, but you can't touch any buttons, please.
Yeah.
Just bad things happen.
And stop banging on the buttons too. He thinks if he bangs 40 different times, it's gonna actually go, and it actually slows your computer down even more.
It does. Yeah, if you banged on a button the first time and it didn't work, it ain't gonna work on the 39th time either.
Yeah, you're welcome to come on the panel of mine, Joe, whenever you want.
Oh, I appreciate that, sir. That's very kind of you.
Yeah.
I'm a newbie. I've never been on a panel before.
Oh, well.
Glad to have you up.
Well, thank you. And Nikki, I'm going to apologize to you. You requested that everybody had to show their face backstage. Sorry you had to see this.
Oh, I'm not.
Come on. I was so afraid. When I went up on Jeff Riddle's, I was behind my avatar, And then one day I said, Jeff, I'm going to expose myself on your channel. And he's like, oh, please don't do that. You know, and I said, no, I mean my face.
Yeah. Well, that was a typical Riddle response. That was classic.
Classic Riddle.
So-
Yep.
Yeah,
Did you hear about
between
that?
Riddle and the Hunter, you know, I guess he's getting his back shaved right now, from what I understand. I hope that's going well.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Did you
Dear
remember way
Lord.
back, Joe, about when we had that idiot come up on my panel?
So
What's that, Robert? Say that again, please.
Way back, I got a goofball that came up and doing Obama faces and everything.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few wackadoodles pop up, and I respect you guys. I know you got to kind of keep things tight, and you just don't want anybody just popping up, and you know, because you never know what you're going to get. So I'm kind of harmless, I think.
Well, this is the first time I've ever opened my panel up like this, but I thought
That's what I thought.
it was
Yeah,
needed.
I thought you kept everything pretty tight. So
Yeah, I do. And I just thought after what happened today, and if anybody needed to talk or wanted to come up and just have fellowship or whatever anybody needs, I wanted to know that we're there.
You know, sometimes just a distraction from the everyday norm. I know exactly where she was coming from, because we can all fall into that deep, dark hole. And it's very easy because we all want something and crave something so bad, which is just honestly justice. And for things to be the way they should be, and what's right with God in the world. And we're just going against the grain. And it's, you know, you hear, like Robert had said it earlier, you know, like, you know, there's going to be a date here, this is going to happen. Nothing ever happens. And you just get discouragement after discouragement after discouragement. And it can wear down the strongest of human beings.
Yes.
And you ladies were fantastic this morning. You know, everybody stayed composed. You all reaching out. I know Robert was on panel too. But we all get in dark places. And once we learn that we're all in this game of life together, and instead of putting each other down and beating each other up, why don't we just extend a hand to help the next person up, instead of just squashing them and putting your foot on their throat when they're down? Because it's that stuff's getting kind of old.
Yeah.
Hence the reason I did this tonight, Joe.
Well, you did good.
Yeah.
I think it was a good deal. We live in a instant gratification society, and many people are becoming more and more self-centered and self-absorbed, and it's very refreshing to see people that actually care about one another. You know, even though I'm sure none of you have even met in person. I know Z-Man and Nikki have gotten together, but you know, we're all common thinkers, and we all kind of have the same thoughts in our minds. So let's just make the best of what we got, even though it says a crap show. I wanted to say the other word, but I'm going to refrain.
The movie's got to end now.
Well, yeah, I'm ready for the credits to roll, brother.
Yeah. But we also have to stay focused. This is where I come in. We need to stay focused, not on what they're telling us, not on one man. Don't focus on Trump.
Agreed.
Focus on God. Focus
Correct.
on Heavenly Father. If we continue to focus on Him, I have no fear in my body. I am actually giddy inside my body, waiting to celebrate.
That is awesome.
I can just feel it. Yes. And I'm trying to get, others to not get discouraged. It's coming. God has never lied to us, and He never will. And He has told us that He's going to fix this, and this is going to be a very good year to celebrate. And
valid point.
Free again. Yep.
Mad respect to you for even saying that. That's good stuff.
Yep. So.
And Riddle just said it hasn't gotten bad enough yet, and I agree. And then people like us think, how much worse can it get? And you never want to ask yourself that question.
Yeah.
It can get a lot worse.
But Robert, whose fault is it really? It's Jeff Riddle's fault, right? Yeah.
Looks
We're
like
gonna blame Jeff Riddle.
Another channel, Jeff.
Yeah.
Channel might be going down.
Yeah, Robert just got a second strike on his main channel.
That gives
Oh,
us street
Robert.
cred, Z-Man. Getting strikes on your YouTube channel gives you street cred. Be
Wait,
proud.
Thank you, Maria. Yes. She's giddy too. Yes.
But it's like my second on my backup channel. I don't understand. They just took me down. I want receipts. I want to know what I did.
Well, email them and say what part of my video, what did I do wrong? Explain to me what I did wrong so I don't make the same mistake again. Because I don't think I did anything wrong.
I don't think.
How many channels do you have, Z-Man?
Huh?
How many channels do you have?
Channels? Well,
2 now.
Well,
He got 1
I
taken
got
down.
5 made up, I think.
See, you got ways to go. Like Hawk has 3,960 of them, man. You got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Keep plugging.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah.
Jeff Riddle says it's Craig's fault.
Yeah. That's why he's
Kathy
losing.
Grant's also saying, Riddle, be a man and take it like a man for once in your life.
Hey now. All right.
Go, Kathy Grant.
Believe it, are you there? Believe it.
Yeah, believing. Where'd you go? Are you still here?
You sleeping with the cat?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just giving the cat a bath. This drying thing is hard.
You hear what happened?
Huh? No, I'm giving the kitty a bath.
Oh, guess what? I got a second strike.
I didn't think cats took baths. I thought cats bathed themselves.
They don't willingly. They don't willingly take baths, but I can't find my flea stuff, so I had to wash him in Dawn.
Oh, she found
Yeah,
fleas on them?
Are you bleeding yet? Every time I ever tried to give a cat a bath, I ended up bleeding profusely.
No, he was. I mean, he was very kind. I mean, he put his claws out trying to escape, but he wasn't trying to get me. So now I just gotta let him dry. That's a job. Yeah, I heard, Z-Man. I heard. So just don't let them get to you, and just keep on keeping on.
Oh.
It's all going to work out, Robert.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to step down, Nikki B. I love you.
Love you too, Diamond. Thanks for coming on.
Oh,
Talk to you tomorrow,
this was a great show. Another great show, Nikki B.
Oh, thank you, Diamond.
It was very nice to meet you, Diamond.
Joe, nice to meet you too. I hope we see you up on panel sometime with Robert.
Well, I appreciate that very much. That just may happen.
Okay, great. Bye, Believin'.
Bye.
Have a good night, Diamond. Thanks for. Oh, she's gone. All right.
So I
well,
guess I gotta get on my typewriter and start writing another letter.
Your typewriter?
Whoa.
You got an old school typewriter? Is it electric or is it a manual?
No, a keyboard. I've been on a laptop.
In my typing class, I had to learn on a manual typewriter.
I failed that. I couldn't type.
You failed typing?
Yeah.
Oh, Robert.
Yeah, I'm right with you, Robert. I'm a hunter pecker.
Well, I'm not super fast.
Is Craig still in chat?
I haven't seen him, Robert, but I did want to tell Diamond. I think the polls closed, you guys. I think I'm the winner.
You smoked them.
Not smoked. Was as it stands right now, Jeff Riddle's at 9%. Craig
Overachiever.
Yeah, right. Craig DeHunter's at 25%. Z-Man's at 28%, and Nikki B's at 39%. So
solid showing.
We reached 101 votes. I think it's over.
Not too shabby.
Jeff Riddle, I wasn't even born in 1940, you freak. 1940. Shoot, my mom wasn't even born yet. Jeff
mom-
Riddle said that my typing, that was in 1940 with my manual typewriter.
Well, it beats chiseling a message out on a rock, right?
Right. This is true. That would be the Flintstone days.
See, there's a positive side to everything.
There sure is. Hi, Brian Smith. Good to see you.
I'm old enough to be chiseling messages on a rock.
No, you're not.
Yeah, yes, I am.
No, you're not.
I have a
don't buy it.
1-year-old grandbaby. I'm 55 years old.
Oh, you're so old.
I am. That was a
I could have a
disparaging thought.
1-year-old grandbaby. I just don't have any grandbabies yet.
It's awesome. Unfortunately, she lives 850 miles away from me. I don't get to see her too often, but it's all still good.
Yeah, that stinks. That's, I got one graduating this year, and I have one that's 20. What is he now? 24, 25? Oh, I've lost track. He's born in 98. How old is he?
Like 24.
24. So I was right. But he's not married yet, so no grandbabies. I told him there's no babies until he's married. And then
Good girl.
my daughter, she's graduating this year, so
Mhm.
I can wait to be a grandma.
Yeah, just relish in the time. I tell anybody that's willing to listen, when our children are born, we can't wait till they walk and talk, and then the first thing we say to them is shut up and sit down. And then the time just goes so fast, and especially if your children are involved in sports, which I know your daughter, I believe, is a softball player, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Because one season goes to the next, and there's growth and development, and in the blink of an eye, your kids are graduating. And I tell you what, I was very fortunate enough. I'm not good at a lot of things, but I was always good at being a dad, and I had enough foresight to, if my daughter would say to me on a Tuesday night, like, Dad, I really don't want to go to the mall, like when malls were cool. I mean, they're not cool now, but I never said, oh, there's no way. It's a Tuesday night. It's a school night. We're not going to do this. I'd always say, grab your coat. Let's go.
Yeah.
Because you never get that time back. And you got to sneak in every opportunity that you can. And like my kids and I, we just go cruising. And it's one of the coolest things ever. We weren't doing anything. We're just driving, wasting gas. But you're not wasting gas because you're one-on-one. Their guard is down. They tell you a lot of stuff. You know where they're at in their head and in their mind and in their spirit. And I'm very fortunate. I have a 32-year-old daughter and a 28-year-old son. They're both very productive. They're great human beings, and I'm extremely blessed and thankful that I did things the way I did. And I would do it all over again if I had to.
I would do it over again too. I agree with you 100%. And I'm coming into an exciting time with my daughter, but also it's sad for me because travel ball is going to be ending after summer. She'll be done. Hopefully she'll go on to play in college.
Awesome. Are you D1, D2, D3?
She's looking at D2.
Good for her. Awesome.
Yeah. Actually, we got a visit the week after Thanksgiving to a D2 school is looking at her. So
that's major stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for her. Exciting things to come, but still sad. Especially with her, she had to deal with this whole pandemic.
Yeah.
And she missed a lot of her high school experience.
Yeah, that was a huge pile of suck. It's so many students and student athletes just got flat out robbed from the BS that was bestowed upon us.
Oh, yeah. She was one of them. And
yeah,
my fear is that, some other bull crap's going to come our way and they're going to lock us down again and she won't be able to graduate or something. I'm just going to have a...
Ugh, don't say it. Stay positive.
I am. I'm trying really hard. Hi, John D. I don't think I know you.
In chat, I'm John Dunning.
Oh, John Dunning. Hey.
Johnny D in the house. Welcome aboard.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I stay in the chat most of the time.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I see you, I've seen you on Hawks before.
I've been around.
Yeah, but I just didn't recognize John D.
Well, so for some reason, when I come on StreamYard, it changed my name. So
Oh, okay. How you doing, John?
doing good, doing real good. I listen to your uh, piano and Roberts and Diamonds, and you know,
Yeah,
we're
we love having you around. I loved seeing you in chat.
we're right now. We get caught up in everything, you know. And if you take a break, take a deep breath, and sit back, what really has changed? You know, we have
Hmm.
our perception. Um, they call it the Great Awakening, and in a sense, that's exactly what it is. We've been living in this mess our whole lives. The only thing that's changed now is we're realizing it, and it gets scary. Um, what all has been going on that we have missed out because we've been busy raising our children, going to work, trying to pay the bills, you know. Um, but really, now is an awesome time because, like they say, if you shine the light into the darkness goes away. I think that's a big thing right now. It's just getting the word out there. Um, I know a lot of people are saying them and they and us. Um, we're all in this boat together. Um, don't let this tear your family apart, your relationships and your friends and your loved ones. Um, they're still the same people they were, you know. Some people just aren't realizing, or they have a different perspective. Um, if you can stand back and take a neutral position, and you can kind of understand what everybody says they, you know, you get a better understanding of them. And some of the things that they um, see in their perspective, they're not wrong. You know, there is such thing that both sides can be right or both sides can be wrong. And I always use the analogy of, what's 2 plus 2? 4. What's 2 times 2? You got the same answer with different problems. Um, and there was a really good guy. His name's Dr. David Martin. You know, he gave the analogy that, if you take a beach ball that has different colors all the way around it and you stand in the middle of the room and ask everybody to describe that ball, some of them are going to say, well, it's a red ball or a blue ball or a yellow ball or a green ball, or, some might be in a position where they say, well, it's partly blue, partly green. But you get different perspectives, but everybody sees the same thing. It's a ball, but it's got different colors on it. And I think that's what we're dealing with right now. Everybody wants to be right, and everybody wants to be experts right now. You know, you go to these different shows and listen to their perspective, and they want to be right, and they believe they're right, and they very well are right. But that's only a perspective of it, because what we're dealing with is a spiritual thing, it's a political thing, it's a financial thing. They wanted to divide us in every aspect that there is. And when you start really looking at it, one day maybe I'll do a video on the different ways that evil has deceived us just by words that we use every day. Um, I'll give you an example. We use the word God a lot. When you start looking back through history and the history of religion and the different things, once you get past Christ, you go into pagan beliefs. Well, once you get into there, There's all kinds of gods. So you can't really just say God. Use his name, Jesus. By doing that, you're directing it to our Creator. This is who we want to direct our prayers to, instead of just saying God. Because if you really get to looking and it goes deep, just like on our dollar bill, in God we trust. You have to ask yourself, what God? You look through our government documentations, it says, God, mentions God. But yet, why do we have an obelisk in our capital? Why is there no crosses in our capital? But this is supposed to be a nation that was founded on Christianity, but you don't see it nowhere. Basically, DC is Rome, and everything in DC is designed off of the Roman teachings. And a lot of your politicians, they'll say God, they'll pray and everything else, but pay attention to whether they'll use God's name, Jesus Christ. That's very important. I think that's one thing. The biggest message I wanted to bring up here today was use God by his name. Don't just say God, because there's many demigods. There's only one God, and that's Jesus Christ, our Creator. But they fool us by using words. You can have somebody who worships the devil, Baal himself, or Moloch, and they'll sit there and pray right with you, dear God, and all this and other things, but they'll never mention him by name.
That's a really good point, John Dunning.
Agreed.
But I just wanted to come up early, tell people, we're right now is no different than it was 3 years ago, or 2 years, or 1 year ago. Everything's still the same. We're changing, our mentality, I see people now, they're analyzing everything, if somebody has a hair out of place, then everybody's like, oh, gee whiz, that's a code. And I mean, and it could very well be, but, we take it to an extreme and people are letting it affect them way too much.
Well, I think what happens there, John, is everybody's so desperate for something. You just look in the most minute places for the smallest glimmer of hope to get where you want to go.
I agree 100%, Joe.
But at the same time, that's where you need to stay in the Word, read the Bible, try to understand the Bible better, try to apply it to the world,
Yeah.
And God, don't let your guard down and think that God has forsaken us and given up on us or anything like that. It's in his time, everything's in his time, and accept that, go for a walk, spend time with your children, your grandchildren, and your pets, and we're at no different time. When things happen, that's when we'll react to it, and that's the way we've always been.
Very
good
true.
point. And your calming demeanor kind of puts you in that position too, like to just chill and just let it roll.
Yep.
Exactly.
Take it off, Nikki.
All right, Z-Man, hang in there, okay? I'll call you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be leaving. Not sure what time we're leaving. 10, I think. So.
Okay. Well, I have a meeting at 10, so if you want to call me before you leave, call me before then.
Z-Man, it was very nice meeting you this evening.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I hope you come up. Yeah, just gotta remember your name, what you're going by. So, all right, when you're
Is that what you go by in chat? Is Joe Adams?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is me. This is how God made me. This is what I'm rolling with.
Okay.
Look at my fine mod down there. Jeff Riddle too says, "Hit the thumbs down button twice, everyone." Did I take this guy's wrench?
This, why don't you just pull them off the chat, Nikki?
Should I just boot him out of here?
Hey, even if you get thumbs down, it still helps the algorithms.
That's right.
Robert, don't let this stuff get to you, man. You're doing an awesome job, but don't let it get to you,
It's just so weird. It's like taking down my backup channel for no reason, and
Well, some of this stuff, they do it because they can. That's it. And you're sitting there trying to make sense of it. They're doing stuff just because they can.
Bingo.
I'm not even asking for money or nothing.
No.
I'm just doing everything just to get the news out.
You're doing awesome, Robert. Just stick with it. And, you got a lot of people out there that love you and they love watching you and hearing the information you bring, and gives them a chance to come together and chat and,
Yeah, you just keep doing you, Z-Man.
Yeah.
All right, love you all, guys. See you guys tomorrow.
Love you,
Have a great night.
Love you, brother.
Talk to you guys later.
Okay, honey. Thanks for
Bye.
coming up.
Yep.
John says, those of us in this community, we know how to live. We know that God has us and will never leave us by the roadside. We will never give up. We will only kneel before our Father. Amen.
Exactly.
John. Well, I probably should call it, you guys. We've been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes. So
I didn't plan on staying long, Nikki. I just wanted to come up and.
No, I'm so glad you did, John. I'm sorry I didn't know it was you.
That's the way I like it. I stay in the shadows.
Yeah. But you're a voice of reason. I love to listen to you talk.
When I was in the military, that was what I did. I stayed in the shadows. And,
did you?
And now, I'm putting it to use. I was gathered intel. That's what I did in the military. I went behind enemy lines. And everything that's going on now, it goes deep. It goes back. It goes all the way back to the garden.
Yeah.
In the garden, God told Adam and Eve, do not eat from they can eat from the tree of life, just don't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Well, they went to the tree of good and evil. And Satan said, no, don't listen to God, because God told them if they eat from that tree, they'll surely die. The devil said, no, don't believe that. Don't believe that. Listen to me. So they did. And they died. And that's the way we have to look, because we still live in that today. People want to believe the science. They want to believe these so-called experts. And these are just deceivers, and we fall for it. We listen to them. You need to stay in the Word. The Word can't back up what these people are saying, and it's a lie. That's like everybody here. We're seeing the truth. We know what the truth is. But what we're missing is justice,
Yeah.
Now will we see that? There was an analogy using a chessboard. And this is going into pagan teachings, okay? The chessboard, black and white, that represents the world. And Lucifer controls the game. Black is evil, and white does not represent God. White represents bad. Because Lucifer only, that's all he cannot go into God's realm. He is not holy. So on earth, we don't really have that holiness here. Things will get better from black to white, but it's still kind of like two wings of the same bird. That's like, if you look at Democrat, Republican, they're working for the same government. They're the same people, On stage, oh, we're over here fighting these people and we're doing that. Behind the scenes, they're high-fiving and drinking champagne, you know. That's the way you need to look at this, is they are deceivers. DC, all governments are just a part of Babylon. This is what we're living under, is Babylon. How do we get out of it? Well, Babylon has to fall. And I think that's what we're seeing, you know. But what will replace it? That's the question, you know. We're not going to have heaven on earth until Jesus returns. But we might have better, you know.
Wow, that was deep.
Yeah.
It goes deep. I mean, you know, there's so many things that I have researched and found in my perspectives and stuff, and I really don't want to share, you know. People stay in the Word, you know. That I want you to do, you know, do your own research and your study to where in your time you will see different things, you know. I don't want to put out so much right now that it can be overwhelming. And I don't want to do that to you, but I want to give you encouragement, you know. God's got this. Jesus has this, you know. We were here for a reason, you know, and that's to help defeat this evil. And we are in this battle right now. And we're going to see better days, but you have to remember this is prophecy being fulfilled. Some of it is all just illusion, you know. A lot of things going on as far as the war, you know. Are they going to blow this up? Are they going to do that? They could do anything, but I don't think they will. I think just like in Revelations, how it says there will be rumors of war.
Yeah.
And it's a scare. It's a scare tactic.
I believe in my heart of hearts we're going to see better days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not quite sure how long it's going to take.
I'm a firm believer that we have to see better days.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to say that it's not already here, you know. They're showing us how deceiving they can be or are, like through the news media and different things like that. They've been doing this all along. You know, a lot of people like the MK Ultra and different things like that, but you know, just by propaganda, you know, all the wars we ever were drawn into was because of lies. You know, oh, these people are against you. These people want to kill you. You know, and then they put something out there, a false flag. You know, and get to basically rally the troops is what they're doing. You know, they want you to get all emotional, get you to accept what they're doing. You know.
Sorry, I had to take care of something. Somebody was trying to come in and it didn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, this YouTube whole thing is a wild ride.
Well, and that's another thing. It just keeps going, okay? Technology, you know. We are kind of like shell shocked, you know. Look at how many people now never used a computer before in their lives. And now we're communicating all over the country and even the world, you know. So we're kind of shell shocked. And, you know, just like through research and stuff, we know how much TV has affected us. Now they can pinpoint it, you know, just like they're messing with Robert, you know, just because they can, you know. It doesn't necessarily mean, you know, Robert was doing anything wrong, but it's messing with him, you know, and that's what they want to do. They want to mess with us,
Oh, there's a lot of messing going on.
Mhm.
It just, like Diamond Lil had mentioned earlier, you got to have really, really thick skin to be on YouTube.
Mhm.
The
No,
attacks come left and right.
and not only thick skin. I mean, you have to be somewhat tech savvy. You know, I'm not tech savvy. You know, I've
Well,
thought about.
it's easy to be a bleacher creature. Anybody could just lark and just criticize everything and everybody. Just, get up here and do something. Let
Right.
us know what you're all about too. It's
Exactly.
it's very easy to be judgmental and judgy.
Well, and two, I think that's one of the big keys of how we're going to maybe overcome this. That's just like I give you my perspective. Nikki gives her perspective. Believing you, John
Correct.
John. All
Yep.
of us give our perspectives. These are pieces to the puzzle. And it doesn't mean that I'm necessarily right, but that's my perspective. You
Hmm.
know? And the same thing goes. And to be able to sit back and listen to somebody else's perspective, you might learn something. And
Absolutely.
you might even be able to take a piece of that out of there and say, hey, that fits over here in my perspective. You know? Yeah.
Well, it just really bothered me today that, I know this is weighing heavy on a lot of people. And I have my days. I'm going to be honest with you. I have my days where thank God for Diamond Low cuz she picks me up, but I have my days where I just feel like what in the world? How am I going to go on anymore like this? But you're right, John. At the end of the day, I mean, my family's healthy. I have a roof over my head. My children are, doing great in life. And what more could I ask for? I have a beautiful dog, beautiful family. That's what's important.
You've been blessed, you know, and don't let all this get to you, you know. Um, there are people who are dealing with this. They are trained to do this. And some of it is going on and on until people start to realize, you know, there was a very good quote I heard, you cannot tell the truth. It has to be learned. Because I can get up here and talk all night long. Any of us can. And then somebody who's just listening will say, well, I don't agree with that. And that's as far as it went. Versus do some research, you know, um, learn. That was one thing that one of the teachers in my school said to me, and that was one thing that probably the only thing that stuck in my head. Said school was not to get you to memorize all these things, but to teach you where to look for answers.
Right.
And right now we have one of the best tools available to us. You know, that's just like when I was talking about DC. I've asked myself a lot of questions, like why is there an obelisk in the middle of our capital, and this is supposed to be a Christian nation? You know, I'm constantly doing that. I ask myself a question, and then I go look for answers. Um, and you'd be surprised what you find out.
Can I ask what you found out?
Uh, you know, in our history that we were taught, you know, Columbus and all these different things. But at the same time, you have to ask yourself a series of questions. Where did Egypt go? What happened to Egypt? Well, Egypt fell in physical form only because Egypt went to Rome and became Rome. And it kind of like a morphine. Where did Rome go? Rome went to the Vatican City and split up between the Vatican, Great Britain, and the United States. That's why the capital, if you look up Rome, Maryland, it'll tell you that's what DC was called before it became District of Columbia. If you notice, it's all Roman.
Yeah.
Um, it goes deeper, you know. Like I said, and like John said, we can't say one group because everything has been infiltrated by, and you might as well just call them bad people. And some of them are evil people, you know, but they're in everything, you know. And that's why, too, a lot of what I think, everybody's like, well, why don't they bring the military in? It's compromise, you know. Um, a lot of things, it, you know, it's like who's who, you know. And I think that's too, you know, keep your enemies close, you know, because you really don't know who's who. He even said, I'd like to lose everything I had just to find out who my real friends are, you know. Um,
Here's a question for you, John.
about the Euphrates River drying up. You know, God's working. Um, there's a lot of biblical things going on right now. Um, you know, where does that fit exactly? And two, you know, that could be too, with that drying up, it could be to expose something else. Just like we're seeing, like in Lake Mead, they find dead bodies and all kinds of stuff. Um, and even with the Grand Canyon, there's caves and, you know, there's a lot of stuff in this world that we were never taught in school, you know. And it's not that they hid it from us. It's out there, but it's like how many people went over to Egypt to study, you know, or any country for all that matters, you know. Um, but that's why I say right now, with this tool that we have here available to us, um, we can research, you know, and two, try to stay away from the mainstream. Use DuckDuckGo. There's all kinds of other search engines out there you can use. Um, and to go to your local libraries. You know, a lot of our history, um, when you get to looking, I mean, maybe you won't find the answer you was looking for, but you'll find that there's more questions. Mud floods, you know, what was that about? Um, the orphan trains, what was it about? You know, and when you start digging into that stuff, you'll start to see that our history is nothing. Maps have been changed. The words we used. I shared a link here a while back to epithology, which is not the definition of a word, but where the history of the word came from, like where it was used first and how it was used. And when you start looking at that stuff, it's like, wow, you know, they've messed with the words we use, the maps we think we know, um, and it's all to cover up a lie. Um, like I said, they want to do away with Jesus. They want to do away with God. They want everything to be the Big Bang and scientific and anything but God and Jesus Christ. That's what they want. They want to do away with it. So in a sense, even what they're doing right now is attack on our beliefs. They want to take the soul out of the world is what they want to do, and replace it with. There's a lot of things right now you'll see where this new age religion, where man is God. Um, let's see, it talks about the rays of light. Um, when you hear the rays of lights and stuff like that, you have to remember what was Lucifer. He was a light bearer. So when they start talking rays of lights and stuff, be wary, you know, um, all kinds of stuff.
Believing you still with us? She hasn't spoke all night.
Well,
Believing?
Maybe the cat's giving her a bath now.
You might be right, Joe.
The cat might have won.
Yeah.
Cats don't like water.
I can say this, John. I've never been to a therapist, but after hearing you speak tonight, I do believe that that's what one would sound like. Thank you.
I've always been really mellow,
You're total chill.
but I've always found that it don't do no good to get all emotional and excited. Give it time, figure it out.
I have not figured that out yet.
Yeah.
I'm on the chip.
I don't think I've ever been as calm as John Dunning is my whole
No,
life.
it's
You're a
When I
breath
was-
of fresh air, John.
When
that
I
is
was in
low
basic,
key.
when I was in basic training, I was sitting on a log, and the drill sergeants threw a mortar simulator over by me, and I was eating lunch. Well, I jumped behind a tree and I yelled, "Take cover!" And it went off. Dirt flew everywhere. I got back up and I started eating, and the drill sergeant comes over. He goes, "What is wrong with you?" He goes, "You didn't even drop anything off your plate."
Food's important.
I was hungry.
Oh, that's funny. Well, do you guys got any last words? Because I think I'm going to end this. I have to be up at 5 a.m.
Ooh, that stings.
Yep.
Pray, love your neighbors. The Bible's not complicated. It says love your God with all your heart and love your neighbors.
I would just like to say I appreciate you having me up, Nikki. It was very nice meeting everybody here. John, it was great meeting you. Believe it if you can hear me. It's very nice to meet you this evening. Great group of people. I just hope everybody keeps doing what they're doing, and always going to be a fan.
Joe,
Joe,
love
don't be
meeting
a
you.
stranger. It was really nice meeting you, too.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
nice
you. Well,
meeting you.
truth be told, that no one is stranger than me. Just putting that out there. So
We're all strange.
I think you're all right. We're all strange. You're right.
yeah, I guess
Oh.
I'm all right for a kid my size.
The only
You know-
person who's not strange or normal is the person who wrote the book about being normal.
If God made us all the same, it would be boring.
Would. Even Baskin Robbins has 31 flavors of ice cream.
That's right. Well, thank you all so much for joining me tonight. And I hope everybody in chat really enjoyed it. I was wanting to come on to be uplifting and just try to be a good friend to everybody. So I hope I pulled it off.
Great job. You
Yeah.
rock.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And believe in, thanks for joining us. I hope the cat didn't scratch you.
Oh, he didn't. He's a good kitty, I tell you.
Okay. All right. Well, good night, everyone.
Good
God
night,
bless.
everybody.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nikki. Leland,
Yeah, thank-
nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, John.
Thanks for coming, John. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Nikki.
You're welcome anytime, John.
Thank you.